good fade out. I like the fade out. It's very dramatic. We're live for our third Barstool Philly Fireside Chat. We're switching up a little bit this week. Changing the venue. We're at Video Guy John at Barstool Franco's spot, which I guess I can best describe as living room as something in between very Lewis and Clark decorative and Jeffrey Dahmer. Maybe a little Ed Gein in there. But, yeah, we're going to see how it works, make it a little more official. I'm going to give a little 2-minute spiel, like we always do, and we'll get to the questions. I guess the number one thing, again, is the Barstool number 2 writer for Barstool Philly. Patience is a virtue. We are near the end of the journey. Trust me, no one wants a second guy more than me. I am totally burned out and could use a little bit of help. My laptop fried itself today, and we went an hour without blogs because I had no one else. I had no one to rely on. So hopefully by the end of this week, we're going to have someone, and if not, I might take the last bullet in the gun to the face. Other than that, Viceroys, we're still looking for City 6 Viceroys. Please sign up for that. I know you don't have shit to do in the summer, you college kids, so get on it. We're still looking for people, interns, help us out. We had one intern last week, did a very good job, plays ball for Boston College. I think his Twitter account is at Steve-O. Is that what it is?
Steve-O.
At Steve-O, put the extra O in it, extra 12 O's because God knows why. It's the whatever. But he's helping us out, and we're always looking for extra help during summer, as well as down the shore. Big-time shore season starts Friday. We want to do everything we can down there. Anything on the 7 Mile Island, Sea Isle, if we get vaccinated, Wildwood, probably going to stay away from Ocean City because it's, you know, a dry town, Atlantic City. Anything you guys want to do down the shore, let us know, and we'll get it done. And anything else I was talking about? We get right into it.
We can get right into it if you want.
Question it up. Hashtag Barstool or BS Philly to the Twitter accounts, and leave whatever savagery you want in the comment section, which is not any different than normal.
I'm going to go right to the email since they emailed in. This one starts off, Dear Pasta King, when I eat mac and cheese, should I eat it with a spoon or a fork? I've been going at it with a spoon for years until my roommate told me I was crazy. I mean, a spork's obviously ideal, but a spoon's the next best thing, right? Let me know what you think. Charlie.
There's no excuse to use a spork in modern day society. That's just lunacy. But I wouldn't say you're crazy for using a spoon with mac and cheese. I would prefer a fork, but that's literally about preference. Your roommate you shouldn't be digging into your personal life like that, telling you you're crazy for using a spoon. Spoon's absolutely fine, but fork is preferred. Next.
Another email. This one near and dear to me. Toss up. Predator or Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
We talking villain or we talking movie? I mean, I guess it's just movie. If it's a movie, we're going Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Villain, probably Predator, because I don't know. Yeah, Predator for the villain.
You better have said that.
All right, well, I said it, so.
Fair enough. Alrighty, we are moving. Let's go with.
And we're keeping it 20 minutes tonight, so anything you want, shoot it out now.
Alrighty, going from the bottom of the deck here. Moving up to where we should be at.
And I'm not happy with the Sixers getting cock teased for the 3rd pick. Not happy at all. They'll still get a great player, probably Embiid, but yeah, got railroaded out of that one.
Okay, Paticus going nuts here. Will the world more likely end in either a plague, natural disaster, or zombies?
Plague. And the world almost ended in a bunch of plagues. Well, when you say world, I'm assuming just humanity. So the world has almost come to the brink of its knees multiple times in human history to plagues. There's no reason why superbugs shouldn't wipe us out. I mean, you know, quote Dwight Schrute here, the world does need a plague pretty soon. I mean, we're 7 billion people. We're not going to be able to sustain ourselves. Probably going to have to be some sort of super virus or a natural disaster to thin out the herd, but, you know, it's got to happen.
I did write a Barstool blog about that, and Prez quickly said, I'm never writing a blog for them again.
I have no comment on that, but
When
So
you
not allowed.
when you shart, what's the appropriate amount of time to wait to wipe so people don't know you sharted? That's from Burger Bumps.
You go immediately to deal with the situation at hand. You don't wait around with a live grenade in your pants waiting for someone to find out. You got to go take care of it. Like if you're standing around in a simple conversation with a shart in your pants, you got a lot more problems than having to be answering that question in the first place.
All right. Burger Bumps also wants to know: have you ever shaved your nuts shaft just so you could claim your bumps or razor burn?
No more questions from him. That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, I think what he's saying is, if you have an STD, you're saying, oh.
Oh, from the bumps on. I haven't personally, but I mean, I guess if you got a mask,
You've been STD free?
if you got to be a chameleon down there. I have never had an STD. I'm proud of that.
How many black Hispanic friends do you have? That comes from Patagus.
I mean, I don't keep them. I don't keep tally. Probably more than I can count on two hands. Hopefully, maybe not.
Does Mo count as full?
Yeah, Mo counts as a dark friend. Absolutely. Next.
I spent 9 hours in the car with my girlfriend today. How much do I hate life right now? That's from Josh Sherman.
9 hours. That's 8 hours and 45 minutes too much. I can't. You can't deal with the monotonous conversation with the girlfriend in the car for over 15 minutes. That's way too much.
All right, I'm loving this question from Grizz. Would you rather bang Sweet D or the waitress?
That's a good question. Obviously, you'd rather marry the waitress, but you got to get it in with Sweet D. She's a little bit more crazy, and crazy's good. Sack.
Along those same lines, would you bang the tranny post-op?
No, and I don't know what that was about. What about T-Bone posted a picture of a tranny and didn't realize it was a tranny?
Well, no, from the show I think he's talking about. Remember the tranny episode?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, if I didn't know they were a tranny, I'd certainly.
But what if you did?
Provide my inquest, but if I did, no, I would not.
Okay.
But yeah, again, I don't know what that was all about with T-Bone posting a picture of a tranny for GTA or something, and
I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what Tranny Gate was. I missed it.
That's embarrassing. Always got to double check.
All right, Riggins or Saracen?
Riggins or Saracen?
From Friday Night Lights.
I haven't watched Friday Night Lights, the episodes. I've read the book. I've seen the movie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Haven't watched the episodes. No, I got Netflix. I'm only waiting for the spare weekend, but
my wife has watched Friday Night Lights.
Oh, good for your wife.
No, she's married to me. Out of all the Barstool writers, which one would be most apt to use a Magnum? I guess they mean condom, not gun.
Now or 2 weeks ago? Because I'll say now, no one. Just throwing that out there. Not that we know.
Wait, what?
Just next question.
Okay. Do you believe the NBA draft lottery is fixed after that outcome? And that comes from Tom Smith.
No, because if it was fixed, I think the Lakers would have gotten a prime top 3 pick. Even the Celtics, too, would be up there. But seeing Cleveland 2 years in a row get the number 1 pick, I think that's the absolute opposite of a conspiracy going on. Who wants to see Cleveland succeed?
Sandra Woods says, I am an erotica writer. Smitty, I want to write a story about you. Is that cool?
A story about me? Yeah, you go nuts. You can do whatever you want. The more in detail, the better.
Oh, okay. Okay, would you rather a girl with a great rack and face but a wide set vagina, or average face and chest with a tight V? This reminds me of that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Yeah. Talk about standards. personally, I'd go with the. I mean, if you're talking one night stand, I mean, it's YB because I mean you don't really care. But if you're talking an actual relationship, you got to go tight. You can't have them.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
All right, BP wants.
You got to have fresh goods. Put it that way.
BP wants to know, what is your go-to beach sport?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know.
Growing up, we always had the Aerobie. So for as hipster as like ultimate frisbee is, the Aerobie, it's the
Aerobie.
It's the Aerobie. It's the circular.
I know what it is.
It's the circular thing. It's circular frisbee with the center cut out, and we used to chuck that fucker for miles until it gets lost in the ocean, and that was always a good time. Can't go wrong with wiffle ball. Beach volleyball is I think a little overrated, but wiffle ball or bocce ball, get a couple beers in you, great game. But I'd say Aerobie, wiffle ball, bocce ball.
Mine is shark fishing.
Yeah, mine's snake sword fishing.
Smitty, where
I might be missing a few there. Tell me what I'm missing.
Of the sports?
Yeah.
Good horseshoes? Did you put that in there?
Horseshoes. I mean, the horseshoes is a good outdoor game for anything. Horseshoes, Irish golf, like cornhole. I mean, they're good for any time. They're not just beach.
Smitty, where are the best wings in Philly? Explain.
I think you have to go by area for the best wings, and the two bars I did the dive bar reviews at, Kellyanne's and Stowe's, had two of the best wings in the city, hands down. But if you're only go Center City, I mean, Center City really... Oh, Kavanaugh's. Kavanaugh's probably the best wings in Center City.
Oh,
yeah, very good wings.
Man, this guy is... he just goes by O. Is asking great
very
questions.
douche bartenders, very good wings.
Last movie that made you cry. Flip side, last movie to make you hard. Were they the same movie?
You know, I watched Her the other night, which is actually a pretty good movie if you want to get all sappy and queer.
Like
for a little
Jones is
bit.
wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good movie, and I felt very sexually aroused by Scarlett Johansson's voice, especially when they brought up that kind of surrogate person to come up and be the person for Scarlett Johansson's voice to make out with Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, that got a little rise. Didn't tear up. I can't remember the last movie I actually cried to. I think I cried to Forrest Gump, but I think that was because I mean it was the mid-'90s and I was just a depressed child. But
Do you remember the first movie to make you cry?
I honestly can't. If I had time to think about that, I give a better answer. But
All right, gotcha.
we're live here on the spot.
All right.
Truthful answers.
What's your go-to shot? Your go-to shot, Sandra Woods wants to know.
It'd be JMO right now. We go in different seasons, go for different moods, but right now we're in JMO mode. Say safe shot, can't go wrong. Can't go anything sweet. Can't go. I used to be a lemon drop guy in college until I got called out. Can't go back to that. It was Fireball for a while. I mean, Fireball. Do you know Fireball has like 300 and something shots or calories per shot?
Well, it's all sugar.
Oh, it's deadly.
What's JMO?
You can't handle that. Probably not that good either, bro.
I've never heard of it.
JMO? Jameson.
Oh, Jameson.
Jesus Christ.
I can't tell with your accent. I thought you said JMO.
No, JMO.
All right, favorite cheesesteak spot.
How can you be a taxidermist and not know every freaking liquor there is known to man? Favorite cheesesteak spot? Steve's in the Northeast is my personal favorite. I know Mo had Jim's. Sonny's is very good. Pat's and Gino's a little overrated. I wrote a blog about it a little while back. We'll do some sort of cheesesteak reviews coming up, but it has to be legitimate because I know my top like 10 cheesesteaks in the city. So if I do a Prez one bite and scarf the whole thing, it doesn't matter for anything. But if we did, like we discussed before, bum cheesesteak reviews where I buy 2 cheesesteaks and give it to a bum and have him review each one.
That's a fine line between exploitation and charity.
How's it a fine line? Like what? They get food, we get a review. It's a win-win. Or even better, you should do give them a choice, either give them a cheesesteak or malt liquor and see which one they decide, and then have them review both.
I think we may need to retain a lawyer for our future videos. Alrighty. Any plans? Paticus wants to know. Any plans to get fat and disgusting like all the other bloggers now that you're full time?
Plans? No, but it's an inevitability. I've been full time for 2 weeks now. I already put on 5 pounds, and I literally haven't eaten anything. I've been starving myself because it's just been that much of a grind. But just sitting here doing shit. I mean, you pack on the poundage. So type 2 diabetes is a foregone conclusion, as of all the other bloggers, most of them.
Luke Weiss wants to know what. This is a good segue. Best Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Fish food. Fish food. I said that before. We can do. I got to ask that on Twitter. It wouldn't be a bad blog. Like the top 5 Ben and Jerry's ice creams. I mean, you got a number of good ones in there. But fish food.
Pro sports stadium that you have never been to that you'd love to go to.
That's a great question.
I'd have to think about that for a while.
The AT&T Stadium in San Fran. I think that'd be a good one. I'd like to actually get down to Dallas, see a Dallas Eagles game. That'd be great to go see that monstrosity of greed. And if you think about it, I get a little more. For some reason, I think Coors Field would be kind of cool to go see. It'd be cool to see a football game in Seattle, that stadium. But I'd probably stick, other than the football stadiums I mentioned, I'd probably stick to baseball because it's a little more homely and you get more of an experience out of a baseball stadium.
Chris McCurry wants to know, what do you prefer? YouPorn?
UJIS.
Porn? Okay. I was going to say Pornhub or UJIS. There it is. That wasn't even a...
UJIS.
That's interesting.
How much time we got?
You are
5 more minutes.
You're in a public toilet. Huge shit. You have 3 squares of tissue, 1 bottle of water, and a spare T-shirt. What do you do?
Well, repeat the options.
You take a huge shit in a public toilet.
Yes.
3 squares of tissue. 1 bottle of water, and a spare T-shirt. A spare T-shirt, not the one you're wearing. What do you do?
Depending how valuable and nostalgic the T-shirt is, you go. You see what you can get out of the toilet paper. You never stick to 1 square as it is. I don't know how people can spare a square.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's embarrassing. You got to go at least 4 or 5 and fold them up. But you fold up the 3, you get what you can out of that, and then if you can, rip the T-shirt apart, preferably in 4ths or 5ths, and you should be good. And if need be, use the bottle of water as a half-ass bidet. You should be pretty clean.
Wet the T-shirt. Use like a wet rag.
No, absolutely not.
All right,
wet shit. Wet TP is not.
People keep wondering about what writers are in the top 3. Do you even have it allocated like that?
Not exactly. See, it's tough because so many people entered in or applied in, and again, if for some reason I didn't get back to you, please let me know. Right? Get back to you initially the first time. Please let me know. And because if I didn't get back to you, that means I haven't seen your blog. It's tough to narrow it down publicly to say who's like top 35, 10, but everyone is still in the mix. And part of the reason why it's taken so long is a couple people who we still want to give the opportunity to that never really blogged before, so they could start up a blog 2 weeks ago and kind of keep at it. So we're still kind of see where they progress to. But I'm going to say this weekend we'll have a solid decision about what direction we're going on in that.
Please don't drop that bottle of whiskey.
I never had a Whistle Pig.
It is.
Is it good?
Excellent.
I mean, I'm not going to open it because it's aged 10 years, but...
You can. You want to swig of it.
No.
Len Bias Danders wants to know, how freaked out are you by Franco's living room?
It's not comforting. It's kind of the head on the swivel. I definitely wouldn't sleep in it. I mean, that's a death wish waiting to happen.
Did you notice
something's going to come alive? I mean, you can't see what's going on over here. There's like a hornet's nest. There's literally a hornet's nest, and there's like a couple pieces of weird art on the wall, followed by like comic books framed. I mean, it's a freaky fucking place with a stationary bike just sitting in the middle.
Well,
I mean, this is.
I ride it in the morning.
I don't care what's going on. This place is. But with a couple cats running around to top it off.
I fucking hate them. All right, how long have you? No. Will you buy beer for me and my friends this weekend in Sea Isle?
You're 21. Okay, you're not. Absolutely not.
John Deal wants to know: Goodfellas or Godfather?
You got to go Godfather. Yeah, I love Goodfellas, and I think I might like Goodfellas more as a movie personally, but I mean Godfather's it's the best movie of all time. One of.
Alrighty.
2 minutes.
Vince Siebert asks a great question. What's the reaction ladies give when you're out and you tell some chick what you do for a living?
I mean, girls don't know what girls in Philly, rather. Most girls in Philly don't know what Barstool is. So most of the time when I interact with girls that I don't meet, I'm talking to their either boyfriends or guy friends who are like really, really into Barstool, and I kind of get handed off to talk to whatever dumb broad like wants to talk about what I do, and it's difficult because I start off, I write for a website. Oh, what website? Oh, it's called Barstool Sports. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's like a sports website. Oh, do people read it? Yeah, people read it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no shit, it's cool. It's just an ongoing torturous conversation.
White Sox Dave has a question for you. Do you feel as much joy as I do when Boston teams lose just because of Prez and the Boston commenters?
Not because of Prez and the Boston commenters, because of the Boston fan base in general. Like, I don't know if Gun Sox has a personal vendetta versus Prez or the commenters. I don't. I'm just sick and tired of fucking winning. Like, that's the only reason why I want to see Boston lose is they've had enough. Spread the wealth. Laissez-faire for once.
Luke Weiss wants to know who would win in an arm wrestling contest, you or KFC?
Me. Yeah. I'll put my job on that. 3 more questions.
Chris McCarry wants to know who is your favorite blogger other than yourself?
For Barstool, I mean, all the bloggers are I mean, obviously they're good, but I mean, Prez in his heyday. I mean, I was a stoolie before I obviously started writing for. Like Prez in his heyday. Even now, every once in a while, he fires them out there. I mean, nothing like that has ever been done before.
Okay. This
3 questions.
This one made me laugh. If you could pet any animal at a petting zoo right now, which would you pick? And where would you pet?
Penguin, belly.
I've done it.
Maybe, yeah, penguin belly.
Tickle
that fucker up. Yeah, I can't imagine why I wouldn't. If it like squeals in enjoyment, awesome. Like I can't. I'll tie a cuteness right there.
Everything you dream of. If you just read that one, and we got 2 more to go. And let me find. We went through these.
All right.
Both 2014 first-round picks and Thad for Kevin Love. Would you do it? Both 2014 first-round picks.
No. He can't. Kevin Love isn't. He isn't worth the first two. He isn't worth the number 3 pick, in my opinion. Great player. I wish we could somehow get him, but no, that number 3 pick has way too much potential.
This guy Chris 35333 whatever has a sick mind. He wants to know: would you rather lick an obese girl's BH? I guess that's bumhole.
I'm assuming butt. Bunghole. Are you Beatus?
I said bumhole. For 10 minutes, or jerk off Nate for 30 seconds.
Or jerk off Nate for 30 seconds, or just any guy?
No, jerk off Nate for 30 seconds.
Lick a obese girl's ass for
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long time.
10 minutes is a long time. And when you, like Chris Rock said it best, like when you're, it's like when you're sucking dick, you can pretend like it's something else. When you eat an ass, you eat an ass. So I might have to jerk off the guy. Depending on how clean the area is.
Nate looks pretty clean. Do you wipe from front to back or back to front?
front to back 99.9% of the times, but sometimes you need to do back to front just to. I sometimes end on the back to front just to make sure things are kosher, but if you feel like something's wrong and you gotta, put it in reverse, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Smitty, Carl Weisbecker bought his girlfriend a blender, but she wanted a juicer. Any advice?
Take them both back and dump the girl. Just make sure it's not a charity event.
Wait, a charity event? What happened there?
See, it's just another asshole chiming in with personal information.
I did not get it, so.
It's all right. You shouldn't. I hope no one else does.
All righty, one more question.
Last question.
All right. Freshman is down here. We already went through that one. Oh, did you have a senior house after high school? Luke always wants to know. I don't even.
Yeah, Ocean City, Maryland. It's where all the local Philly area youngins went.
Oh, like
That's
a
pretty
senior
much
beach
it.
house.
Yeah, senior week.
Wow.
Got to do it.
We didn't do that up north.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's fucking raining. Jesus.
Well, you want to extend it for a few more minutes till it stops?
No, I want to get the fuck out of this living room. I'll tell you that much. One more question. Giddy up. 5 seconds. We're wrapping it up.
And you put me on the spot like this, then I'm going with well, okay. Any chance for guest blogs from Mo in the future? Gordon wants to know.
I'm going to say not that I don't mind. No, I love Mo, but I'm going to say no. When you're not writing for Barstool, you're not writing for Barstool. It's just the way it is. And unless you're Scott Van Pelt, who wants to chime in on the blog, I'm pretty sure Prez will allow that. But unless Mo leaves his other job, I'm thinking that's it for him for a while.
Alrighty.
All right. Good talk. We'll see you next week. Do I have to physically get up and turn it off? All right. Cool.